TK421, wire 2 at your post. TK421, do you copy?
Hello, this is pilot TK421, leaving my post to bring you what I'm going to call the Upgrader's Guide to the Hangar Deck. Basically, it's just a guide that I made to help everyone with upgrading their hangar deck and how to go about it the most efficient way that they can, and for as little silver and gold as possible, because those are hard to come by. Anyway, I'll probably be filming this in a few different parts and then editing them together, but if I do, I will always leave a transition. Kind of like I did there. But anyway, I'm here on my Game Center account, which is a Diamond League account, so I thought I would bring you this segment on the lower end account that I have here, but if you're ever wondering what it is that you should be upgrading at any point in time, just come up here and go to your hangar overview and pretty much find your lowest leveled robot or weapon and just start from there upgrading. And that's pretty much the easiest way I can figure out on how to actually get around to upgrading stuff. But the reason why I'm here on my low-level account is because this is pretty much information that a lot of people in lower leagues should know by now or whatever. So I figure if people hadn't, they can watch the video or whatever and find out. But ordinarily what you want to do is you want to start upgrading your weapons first to about 2 levels ahead of your robot, and then start upgrading your robot, keeping your weapons roughly 2 levels ahead of your robot's level. Then once you've got your weapons up to around level 8 to 9, then you basically want to get your robot up to about level 8 or 9 too, and then from there get your weapons up to about level 12 if you can, or somewhere up around there, and then bring your robot up to match that. The reason why you do your weapons first is because while your weapons do take a lot more silver to upgrade, they take less time to upgrade. And while you're upgrading your robot, which takes a lot longer, you can actually save a little bit more silver in the meantime during your battles and whatnot, because you don't have the ability to upgrade more than one item at a time. So, and then while you're upgrading your weapons or whatnot, you can always do a lot of battles and save up a lot more silver in the meantime that way too. But then once you've got your robots and your weapons up to around level 8 or 10, you want to start on your weapons and get them up to level 12 as soon as you can. I mean, I like to try and even build. For example, all of my Punishers are level 6, so I would start with my Punishers and go through each of them and level them up a level or whatever. But then once they're level 12, you can then start on upgrading your modules or whatever, while you're saving gold for enhancing your robots and your weapons to get them to Mark II. That's about it for the golden rules here, or the golden basics of upgrading at lower levels. I'll be bringing you a few more segments here on a few other things, so stick around. Alright, now that we've gone through some of the basics on upgrading and whatnot in the lower leagues, I figure I would bring you some tips on making the most of your workshop time. And well, by that I mean there's a simple rule that I like to use, and that's always be building something, or at least I try to. For example, the Raker here, I started out with the Shredders and the Avenger. Was a really good build. I really liked it. I still do, actually. It works really well in the lower leagues and whatnot, but well, this account's getting up there in leagues, and I need to make a change in weapons so that I can get something that's, I don't know, a little bit more accurate or whatnot, because a lot of the bullets from the Avenger and the Shredder seem to miss at like 500 meters and whatnot due to accuracy drop off, but you know, that's part of the weapons or whatever. But yeah, anyway, I'm working towards getting myself a set of Magnetars and a Nucleon for this account because it's one of my favorite setups for the Raker. And that being such, I was originally building some pulsars for my Fenrir here, but I decided that it would be better suited to, you know, waste less time if I were to build a couple of Magnetars. Because once I build a couple of Magnetars, I can put the Magnetars on my Raker here and swap out for the Shredders that are on here. And then I can use the Shredders on my Blitz here, which is the build that I want to have for my Blitz here is a Shredder Blitz. I'll have to build 2 more Shredders, but whatever, it means more workshop time. And as you all know, the more levels you get in the workshop, you get bonuses for, you know, reaching certain levels and whatnot. Bonus silver, bonus gold, stuff like that. So that being said, I figured it would be best off if I just built some Magnetars to replace the Shredders so that I could put the Shredders on my Blitz and remove the Punishers. And then I'll go back to building the Pulsars for the Fenrir here, and if I happen to get enough keys and open a chest or 2, I might get a Pulsar in there too so that it saves me some build time, but yeah, that's what I mean by, you know, plan ahead for your build. That way you can maximize the amount of workshop time that you have. I'd previously built the Shredders for the Raker here, so you know, it sort of all blends in together, if you know what I mean. And the next rule for, you know, some diamond tips here are basically, you know, just always be upgrading something too, and if you don't have enough silver to upgrade something big to a new level, then you can always upgrade a low level item a few levels so that you know, when you get around to being able to use it, it's, you know, already mostly leveled up so that you don't have to spend as much time leveling it up later on. But that being said, I will duck on out and I will bring you the next part, which is expert upgrading, so stick around. Alright, and I'm here on my Steam account for the next half of the video here, and I'm going to be bringing you some expert upgrading tips on using your time efficiently. What I mean by that is, well, in later levels it can actually take a lot of time and silver to upgrade an item. You might get to a point where you don't have enough silver for an upgrade, and at this point in time, what I usually do is I usually start upgrading some low-level new equipment that I'm going to possibly, well, more than likely use in the future. That's rather cheap on silver and time to upgrade. Usually around level 5 things start to get a little bit more expensive in the time and silver department for upgrading, but yeah, the reason is because while you're upgrading those low-level items, they only cost like, you know, a few $100,000 or whatever to upgrade below level 4 and whatnot, and you can easily make back that plus a little bit more each battle at that point in time. It's just something that I, you know, do to you know, help get future weapons and stuff like that up to a usable level so that I'm you know, able to use them when I'm ready to switch over to the new weapons or whatever. Yeah, this way you can have less to upgrade on a build at a later date when you're actually ready to use the build. I myself like to get stuff at up to about level 8 before I actually start to use it, just because I'm in Master Champion League type of thing. It also lets you earn more silver towards your more expensive upgrades that are going to take you a few days to upgrade to. So, that being said, I think I will duck on out and I will bring you the next part of the video, which is master upgrading and getting the most for your silver and gold. So, stick around. Alright, and I'm back, and in this part I'm going to be talking about master upgrading and getting the most for your silver and gold. So, because things at a later level can cost a lot of silver and time to upgrade, if you actually take a look, it costs 32 million silver to get a Scatty from level 9 to level 10, and without any of the premium time or anything like that, it'll take about 5 days to upgrade. So, that being said, how do you speed things up without it eating away all your hard-earned silver and gold? Well, there's a few different ways. If one's inclined to, one could pick up some premium time. Premium membership will give you 50% more silver per battle, 50% more OXP, which translates into more resources because you can get them a little bit more quicker for the free tracks, at least anyway. And you also get 50% less time in upgrading an item. And if you also haven't reached level 30 yet, you get a 50% increase in the amount of player experience that you receive. So, that being said, I think that, premium membership is probably about the best value for the dollar for a early player if they actually want to, spend a few bucks on a game or something like that. That'd be about the best thing to pick up for value at lower levels anyway. And another way is they have 2 mini events that they put out. One is the upgrade overdrive, where it costs 25% less silver to upgrade, and upgrade rush, where it costs 50% less time to upgrade. Here's a fun fact: the upgrade rush actually stacks with the premium time reduction, meaning an upgrade that takes 5 days only actually takes about 1.25 days to upgrade at that point in time. So, what does all this mean? Well, if you're short on silver with lots of gold during the overdrive, you can speed up your upgrades with gold for 25% less silver it would normally take. And also, if you have lots of silver and are low on gold, then with the upgrade rush, you could save 50% in gold costs to speed up an upgrade. Plus, there's times where the 2 mini events actually overlap, like what happened recently, and there was, I think, a day there where it was both 25% less silver and 50% less time to upgrade items, so that was kind of a bonus there if you had a bit of gold and silver kicking around to upgrade some stuff. But that's pretty much it for master upgrading tips on how to conserve your silver and gold for more expensive upgrades and whatnot. The reason why I put it in at the slate of the upgrading cycle is because it really doesn't matter too much early on upgrading times. It's only after you get upwards of around like level 8 and up that the upgrading times seem to take around 5 days or so to do. So at that point in time, I would say it's pretty much well worth the whatever it costs to get the premium time if you're into buying premium time or whatever. But that being said, I will duck on out and I will bring you the last segment, which is a segment that I call champion salesmanship and how to get extra silver. So with that being said, I will duck on out and I will bring you the next section, so stick around. Alright, and we're here for the final segment, which I'm going to be calling champion level salesmanship, or getting extra silver. So, if one is in desperate need of some extra silver, one can go through their inventory and clean up a bit by getting rid of some unwanted items. I myself have a few simple rules of thumb that I like to use. First off, I don't sell anything that I've started to upgrade. It's just not worth the silver loss for what you've put into it. Even if it's only like 1 or 2 levels, it's just not worth the silver return that you get for selling it. And second of all, don't start to upgrade something unless you're sure you want to use it. You can always test a robot and weapons in a custom match to see if they fit your playstyle, or if they, even work decently for fire rates or whatever, that type of thing. But third, if you don't know if you will use an item or not, don't actually sell it. It's better to have something and not need it than to need something and not have it. It's a rule that I've always liked to live by. Comes in quite handy. But that being said, I like to keep, about 4 weapons of each of the weapons that I actually see myself using. And if I get more than that, I start to sell them off if I need some extra silver for upgrades or whatever. So for example, if I wanted to say keep blaze on hand and I have like 4 blaze, I would probably end up selling off any of the blaze that I get after I've gotten 4 of them, just because I just really can't see myself using more than 4 blaze in any one hangar. Some of the things that you can actually get rid of that bring the most silver, Titans and Titan equipment can bring you some pretty good chunks of silver. Limited edition paint jobs for robots that you don't plan on getting, legendary pilots, robots from chests that you don't need or want, and weapons of the same. For example, let's just go in here and here. I had gotten a lot of the serpent paint job in the chest opening that I did the last video. I already sold a bunch of them off, and I don't actually see myself owning a second Revenant because I've got the limited edition now, and I don't really need more than 1 Revenant, really, but I don't know, I like to have the regular and the limited edition one in my hangar, well, in my inventory anyway, but yeah, since I don't need a second serpent paint job, what I'll end up doing is I'll just do this, and you end up getting like 1.25 million silver for it. And there you go, there's a nice little chunk of silver that gets added up, and you can actually go through the store here, and if you have a paint job for a robot, for example, it'll show up here, and you can actually sell it if it isn't equipped on a robot. And yeah, you can do the same for pilots. Apparently the limited edition pilots, or the legendary pilots I should say, they get 1.25 million silver. Some of you may have seen me sell off some of those in a previous video, but yeah, and like I said, I've got more than enough Titans and stuff. I don't really need 4 Muramitses, so what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up selling a couple of these off here. And just so you can see, about 3 3/4 million silver for one of the Muramits. So that's like, 7.5 million for a couple of them. And just like that, I've got a bunch more silver, but yeah, you can also do that with the Titan weapons too. I got like 6 of these, so I could like sell all these and have like 26.8 million silver for them and stuff like that. Bulovas are 5.6 million each. Groms, 11.2 million for a Grom. Wow, that's a lot of silver. And same price for the limited edition. But yeah, and you can even you know, sell off any of the regular type of stuff that you get. You only get 150,000 silver for each one, but whatever, it's silver in the bank. But yeah, that's you know, pretty much all of my tips for, you know, upgrading and you know, overall process that I use for, you know, upgrading my hangar and stuff like that. Like I said, I like to use the even build process where all of the weapons are, you know, usually about the same level, and then you know, work on the robots. And well, once I usually get weapons up to like, you know, level 10 or something like that, I'll upgrade the robot to level 12. Sorry, I'll upgrade it to level 12 if I can, but yeah, like I says, that's pretty much it for my guide here on upgrading and whatnot, and you know, getting some extra silver and managing your workshop and upgrade time. So that being said, I think I will duck on out, and yeah, in the meantime, take care, stay safe, and have fun.